Welcome to GER Hub. In today's lesson, we shall be looking at plotting graphs with Microsoft Excel under the course code STA104 and the course title is Statistical Computing 1. So the lesson objective is now 3. Lesson objective 3. So we shall be looking at introducing the students to some graph plotting in Microsoft Excel. So that's what we shall be doing in this video. Please smash a like on this video and endeavor to subscribe to the channel. You can go ahead to share this video after this class. Please do well to share the video, but most importantly, subscribe to the channel and endeavor to smash a like on the video. Our analytics shows us that more than 50% of those watching our videos on our channel have not subscribed to the channel. So without much waste of time, let us see how to plot graphs using Microsoft Excel. So we shall be looking at the following lessons. We shall be looking at plotting bar charts. We shall be looking at plotting line graphs, plotting pie charts, plotting histograms, plotting box plots, scatter diagrams, and surface plots in Excel. Now, please take note, the emphasis will be to show you or to introduce you to where to go to in Excel to get this graph coming up. However, the emphasis will not be on interpretation of these graphs. So that will not be the emphasis of this video. In subsequent videos, I shall be emphasizing one after the other interpretations from or each of these graphs. So please take note of that. Now, quickly, let us go to the first objective. We shall be looking at plotting bar charts. So how do you plot bar charts in Microsoft Excel? You launch Microsoft Excel in step 1. In step 2, you impute your data into the Microsoft Excel spreadsheet. In step 3, you go to Insert. In step 4, you go to bar chart icon and click on it. In step 5, from amongst the bar chart options, you can now choose your type of bar chart, your preferred bar chart. And in step 5, in the title boxes of the plot, you specify settings to your demand. So let us quickly see how that is done. Now, launching Excel simply means opening Microsoft Excel on your system. Please take note that in my own case, I've already launched, so all I have to do is go to Microsoft Excel. So step 1 says launch Microsoft Excel. Step 2 says impute your data in the Microsoft Excel sheet. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to put a set of data. I'm going to call it X. Okay. I'm going to call it X, Y, and Z, as the case may be for the data we shall be using. So I'm going to put underneath these particular data, I'm going to put values like 3, 4, 4, 4, 3, 4, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 9, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 4, okay, and 2. So those are 16 data entries. I'm going to put 5, 6, 7, 1, 3, 2, 4, 7, 8, 9, 3, 2, 3, 4, 7, 7, and 6. Okay, then let's go for the last data. That should have been Z. Okay, so let's change that to Z. 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 1, 4, 5, 2, 3, 7, 8, 6, 9, 7, 5, 3, 4. Okay, so I'm going to wipe this off. Good. So altogether we have 16 data entries for each of them. So we are going to be using this data quickly to show you how to plot, okay, in Excel. So the first plot we are looking at, guys, the first plot we are looking at is the bar chart. So what you are simply going to do is, let's consider using X, okay? So let's consider the data in X. Now what I'm going to do, the first step you take is to highlight the data, okay? So highlight them, highlight your data, okay? So once you highlight your data, after imputing them, what you do next is to go to Insert, okay? So go to Insert. Remember, plotting graphs with Microsoft Excel is our focus. So you go to Insert, and under Insert, let's come over to the Excel sheet. Once you come to insert, once you come over to insert, the next thing you will be seeing will be this. Okay, so I'm clicking on insert, clicking on insert. Now I'm going to come over to this icon. This icon is for bar chart guide. So I'll click on it. Now you can see a variety of bar charts. Now let's do this quickly. I'm going to choose one at the end of the day, but let's quickly look at this. As you move from now I am currently under 2D column bar chart. Okay, so you have 2D, that is two-dimensional column bar chart. Okay, so you can see as I move from left to right across each type of bar chart, it brings out different types of results. Now, one thing good about Excel is that Excel will show you what the meaning of each bar chart is, and that will be for another lesson. Now, let's go to 3D bar chart, 3D column bar chart, where the columns are placed vertically. That is, the bars are put vertically. So this is a 3D column bar chart. Okay, so you can see them. Now, as I touch each of them, you will notice that for some of them, messages are coming out telling us what each of them actually mean. Now, let's come over to this. This is a clustered bar, as you can see. So, whichever one you want to use at the end of the day, all you have to do is to click on it and adjust settings. So, okay, you can see. So this is what I'm going to do. Let's assume I want a 2D bar chart. That is a two-dimensional column bar chart. All I will do is click on this. Okay. And if, for instance, I want to change this X, this variable name X to whatsoever, let's say I want to change it to beans, I could edit it there. But if I want it to stay as X, I could leave it in that manner. But all you have to do is just choose one of them, but the place to go to remains that icon. Now, once you put up the bar chart, you will see various pictures of the same bar chart coming out, and you can choose any one. It all depends on your preference. Okay, so that's how to quickly put up a bar chart in Microsoft Excel. Let's go back to home. I'm going to undo this. Okay, let's undo this. Okay, so now let's come back again. So that was just how to go about plotting a bar chart. It is as simple as that. Launch Microsoft Excel, input your data, and then highlight the data with which you want to construct the bar chart. Okay, highlight that data. So I'm going to put that here. Input your data in Excel, Microsoft Excel. Go to the insert and go to insert. Now, what I'm going to put here is that particular step. Let's add that to our list. So, input your data in Microsoft Excel and highlight highlight um, the range of data for the bar chart. Okay, so you quickly highlight the range of data for the bar chart. So let's add that to the list. Now, let's come over to the next type of plot. The next type of plot is the line graph. So in Excel, there are so many types of line graphs. There are so many ways the line graph could actually come out. So it depends on you again. So let's see how that is done. It says launch Microsoft Excel, input your data in Microsoft Excel spreadsheet, go to insert, go to the line graph icon and click on it. So I'm going to add this sentence here. So let's pick this sentence. Let's pick this sentence from here. Okay. It's a very important step you must not forget. So that's an oversight. Let's put that here. Okay. So I'm going to put that here. Good. I'm going to put that here and highlight the range of data for, in this case, your line graph. Your line graph. Okay. So let's see how that is done. Now come over to Excel. Let's assume we want to plot a line graph. Depending on what you want I'm going to highlight this time around. Let's highlight Z. I'm going to highlight Z and the data under Z. And once I do that, after imputing my data and highlighting the data, so the range of data, I'm going to come to this. This is the icon for line types of line charts. Okay. Underneath it, you have line or area chart. So I'm going to look at it. These are all various types of line charts. Okay, depending on your preference and what particular kind of graph you want to see in your work or your study, you can choose any of them. At the end of the day, I'm going to choose one quickly. Now, if you choose not to use line chart or line graph, you could come over. This is a 3D line graph, by the way. These are all 2D line graphs. So you see, as I move from icon to icon, they keep changing depending on your need. Now, if I want, or my preference is a 3D line graph or chart, I could come over here and you can see the picture in the background there. Now, what if I want an area chart? I could also use any of these, okay? So you can see this is a 2D area chart and this is a 3D area chart, okay? So let's assume that my focus is just to get a 2D area chart. All I have to do is click on it. Now, depending on what I want to do, I could change the name from that variable name Z to anything. So you can make some settings. I could even go as far as even removing these lines if I don't want them. I could remove those lines. So there are so many things you could do after plotting the graph. However, that is where to go to. Now, looking at this, you see it could come up in different colors depending on what you want, your preference, how beautiful you want it to appear in your work, and how you want it expressed in your work. So there are so many types of pictures you could see for that particular line graph. Okay, the 2D line graph I've just showed. So that's how simple it is to get your line graph done. Okay, if it's a line graph, if it were to be an area graph, you could also look at that. Now, so please note the steps. Launch Microsoft Excel, input your data in Microsoft Excel spreadsheet and highlight the range of data for the line graph. Go to Insert, go to Line Graph icon and click on it. From among the line graph options, choose your type of line graph and click on it, just like I showed you. The title box of the plot, you can specify settings, that is change the variable name as the case may be. Let's quickly move on to the next chart. So in Excel, you can also use pie charts. Those in management sciences, those in statistics, those in education, those in different fields in academics would use the pie chart to represent an information. Now, what if you want to do that? Now, what I'm going to do here is to show you how you can develop pie charts in Excel. So let's maintain this one that we've already highlighted and go to Insert. So this is the icon you come to. This icon here gives you different types of pie charts or donut charts. So what you're going to do is you click on it and you can see for the 2D pie charts, any one you choose, depending on how you want your pie chart to come out, you can click on this. So if I move on, I would see it in this manner. I could move on to come out in this manner where you have something that looks like a key. You could come to a 3D pie chart and you would have this. Okay, so remember, the interest here is not interpretation, but just to show you where to go. So many people who would want to actually put graphs in their work do not know where to go to. So this video comes to address that problem. It tells you where to go in Excel to get a particular type of graph or chart, and it tells you how to further work on that chart even after plotting it in Excel. Okay, so what if you want a donut chart? This is a donut chart. Okay, you can actually represent your data in terms of a donut chart or a 3D pie chart or any of these 2D pie charts in Microsoft Excel. So it is that simple, guys. So it shouldn't stress you. Let's now move over to the next. The next plot is the histogram. How do you plot histogram in Microsoft Excel? Please take note that histograms are plots of frequencies against class boundaries, okay? Or you could put them as frequencies against numbers if you're not dealing with class boundaries. So let's see. So the step one is to launch Microsoft Excel. In step two, input your data in the Microsoft Excel spreadsheet and highlight the entire data set or data range. Step 3 requires you to insert histogram, go to insert, go to histogram icon and click on it. Step 4 requires you to, from among the histogram options, choose your type of histogram. Okay, so you see a variety in Microsoft Excel. Then if you want to edit the variable name, you can, in the title box, change the variable name. So let's see how that is done. Now, still working on this highlighted data, please remember to always highlight the data so that you can easily get that. Now, this is the icon to come to for histogram. Okay, this is the icon in Excel to come to for histogram. So you see, so if I want the histogram for that data, this is what I'm going to get. Just if I want this type of histogram, all I have to do is to come over here. If I want the histogram in this manner, all I have to do is to come over here. Now you can look at this one. This one is the histogram, but in terms of the Pareto chart. So what Excel is telling you is that you use this chart type to show the relative portion of each factor to the total, or show also show the most significant factors in the data. So if that is your interest, the Pareto chart under the histogram will be preferable. But if you just want a simple histogram, you could go with this. So it shows you the distribution of the data grouped into bins now, or intervals. So now we shall come over to this. Please take note, this is what you call a box and whisker plot. Okay, this ends okay, let me click this for our histogram. That's our histogram. Now I could change this chart title. I could change it to whatever I want by deleting, and let's go back. Let's go back to that. So if I wanted this change, I could do this. I could change that title to whatsoever I want. Basically, it's very flexible for you to work on, but just know where to go to and how to get it done. So let's delete this and look at the next type of chart. So these charts are easy, guys, not stressful. The next type of chart is the box plot. The box plot is a chart in Microsoft Excel. Okay, so you can actually get it in Microsoft Excel as well as other software. But what is the box plot all about? One can define the box plot as a graphical representation of the 5-number summary. In the 5-number summary, what is called the 5-number summary in statistics comprises the following. It comprises the minimum number in the data set, followed by the first quartile, followed by the second quartile, which is the median, followed by the third quartile, which is the upper quartile, and then the maximum data entry. Okay, so those 5 numbers are called, put together, the 5-number summary. So the box plot is one chart in Microsoft, one chart in statistics rather, that helps you picture the 5-number summary. So let us quickly go over here. I'm going to come the steps. Let's go over the step guide. Launch Microsoft Excel, input your data in the Microsoft Excel spreadsheet and highlight the entire data range. Go to insert, go to box plot icon and click on it. In step 4, from among the box plot options, choose your type of box plot. Then in step 5, you can change the title if you want the title box. So let's see. Now what I'm going to do, leaving this one highlighted, I have highlighted my data. I'm going to come over here, insert, you go to insert, and you come over to this icon. This is where you would find the box and whisker plot, okay, for a single data set. So this, let's click on it so that I can actually explain a little thing. If I want to change the chart title, I can effect that here by clicking on it, double tapping, and editing the name. However, let's now focus on the box plot. Now, if you look at this box plot, you looking at this, you see this thing that looks like a T above and below. This T, inverted T, and the T above here are called whisker. That's the name. That's the reason why it is called box and whisker, because this is apparently a box and followed by whiskers. Whiskers are those things you see coming out from the mouth of a cat, whatever type of cat, okay, and even dog. So this chart looks like that, and we call these whiskers, while this is the box. Now, please take note. This extreme here, let's start from the bottom. This line here that corresponds to 1 tells me that the minimum data entry in that data set is 1. And this line here, the upper line that corresponds to 9, tells me the maximum data entry in that data set is 9. Now, coming over to this edge here, the edge can be traced to almost 8. It tells us that the upper quarter, this edge here corresponds to the upper quarter, while this edge here corresponds to the lower quarter, that is the first quarter. This one here that is almost in the middle of 5 and 6 corresponds to the median. Okay, so it means it tells you, this should be telling you that your median is just a little bit above 5.6. This should be telling you that your upper quarter is about 7.8, and this should be telling you that your lower quarter is about 3.3 or 3.4. So that is the box plot. Okay, a box plot, remember, is a graphical representation of the 5-number sum. Now let's move over to the next chart without wasting time. Okay, let's move over to the next chart. So for the next chart, we have scatter diagram. So where in Excel can you find scatter diagrams? Scatter diagrams in Excel are found here. So let's highlight this time around. Let's highlight Y. Okay, so I could highlight Y. I'm going to come over to insert. Once you go to insert, and after highlighting your data, inputting and highlighting your data, you come over here. This is the icon where you have different types of scatter. So these are all scatter diagram. The scatter diagram is actually a plot of a bivariate data. Okay, a bivariate data that is having X values and Y values. The scatter diagram will give you a plot of a bivariate data. So this is a scatter for that particular data. You can change your scatter from type to type depending on what you want. Okay, these are all different types of scatter diagram. Now if you choose to go for bubbles, bubble plots, you could also use this. Okay, you could use this. So these are all based on preference. At the end of the day, all you have to do is just click one. So I could click on this and this becomes my scatter diagram. Okay, so that is for now what I'm going to show you about that. Now let's go over to the next, and I think the final plot I want to show you in this particular video. Plotting surface plots. Now sometimes you may want, your preference may be a surface plot. For you to plot a surface plot in Excel, launch Microsoft Excel, input your data in Microsoft Excel spreadsheet, go to insert and go to surface plot icon. From among the surface plot options, choose your type of surface plot and click OK. Then you can adjust the title box as the case may be. So let us see. Now, if I want a surface plot, this is where to come over to. So you could come over here. Okay. This is where to come over. Let's see. Good. This is where to come to. So this is your icon. Now, if I want a 3D surface plot, let's go. Okay. So let's see. Wow. So let's assume I want a surface plot. Okay. Now, so the reason why that did not happen was because for a surface plot, a 3D surface plot will require the X, Y, and Z axis. Okay. So one particular data entry will not, one particular data set will not do. You will need 3 data sets, the X, Y, and Z data set. So you can now see these are different surfaces. This shows me the whole surface from the plan. This shows me from the side. This shows from the side also, but a skeletal frame. This is also a surface plot, but it gives you different views of the surface plot. So if you want a surface plot from different views, you only need to come over to this icon in Microsoft Excel. So that is how easy. At the end of the day, let's choose this. So you could see again that there are different variations, very beautiful variations in Microsoft Excel. And then you can change the chart title as the case may be, depending on your preference. So That is how simple it is to get surface plot. Until some other time, please do stay blessed. Stay blessed. We shall be continuing our lecture on Microsoft Excel with something else, or subsequently look at more things in Microsoft Excel. So thank you very much for watching this video. Do like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Please subscribe to the channel as it helps this channel grow, and endeavor to smash a like on this video. Thank you very much.